Hey guys, myself here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to give you guys some visuals on rumored features coming to the iPhone with iOS 14. Now, every year towards the June timeframe, Apple holds WWDC, and this year is going to be no different. However, this year is going to be a digital online stream only, of course, due to the coronavirus. But Apple will still be holding WWDC, and at WWDC, we usually see the first beta for the next major update for iOS. This year, of course, iOS 14. And there's been just so much information leaked on some of the rumored features and changes that Apple could be preparing for the iPhone with iOS 14. Now, the first beta is usually around June, but the official release of iOS 14 is towards September with the new iPhone. So don't expect this to hit your device if you're not a developer until September. And these are going to be visuals on a jailbroken device of two key major features and changes that are coming to the iPhone with iOS 14. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the app switcher. Now, we all know the current app switcher for iOS 13. If we swipe from the bottom, you get these cards here. Now, with these cards, you get a lot of information. It's nice and clear. You can swipe them away if you want to close them, and you can scroll through them left and right. It's very useful, actually. But some of the latest iOS 14 code suggests that Apple could be switching the iPhone's app switcher to a tile-style app switcher, something very similar to what we see on iPad. So this jailbroken device has this new tile-style app switcher. Now, one thing I do like about this app switcher here that you see that's rumored to be coming to the iPhone is that you see more apps in one single glance, and it is very easily actually to handle these apps on the app switcher. However, on the current app switcher for iOS 13 here, it's a lot easier to reach your apps and you can see more of your content within the actual application. But again, with the rumored changes coming to the iPhone, you get more apps. Of course, the content's a lot smaller, but you get a lot more of your content directly in one single screenshot or one single portion of the screen. Now, another thing I do want to talk about is the app list view. Now, this feature is also rumored to be coming to the iPhone. This is sort of an app drawer, something that we've seen on Android devices in the past. This feature could be coming to the iPhone. Now, if we head on over here to watchOS, and I think Apple should learn a lot about watchOS and implement a lot of what they learned with the watch, bring it over to the iPhone. I'll get to some of those things here in a second. So here's watchOS. If we long press on the apps, we get the grid view. And if we long press again, we get the list view. Now, I enjoy the list view a lot more. It's a lot more organized. It looks a lot nicer. So in my opinion, I always choose the list view. Now, on the iPhone, I don't know if Apple will allow users to swipe down and change it to a list view. As you can see here, you can sort your apps by recent, favorites, all applications, apps by notifications, and so forth, categories, whatever. So if Apple does add a drawer, I believe the way that they will implement this, not as a home screen layout change, but rather as an option. And that would be great because this means that iOS and iPhone could be more customizable. So if you 3D touch or long press on the home screen, it would switch it to the list view. And that would be great for users that prefer the list view. I think I prefer this view a lot more as well. Things are just more organized. You don't really need folders in this view because you have your recents, your favorites, your notification apps, and maybe they can add a swipe left or right for those as well. And then you have all your apps at the bottom and you can swipe them away when you're done using them. Now, the thing about this view is if you go into an application, how will you access that? Well, you can use something like a swipe on the right of the screen bottom here. And there you go. You can bring the list view right into the forefront of iOS. There's many ways that Apple could implement this list view into the iPhone because right now we've seen this grid view for the longest, forever. Ever since the iPhone was created, it's been the same app layout on the home screen. So getting something new, an additional option of this list view here as an option for the home screen, I think would be something definitely great for iOS users in terms of customizing and being able to manage your applications a lot nicer. So let me know what you think about these two changes that could be coming to the iPhone now that you have some visuals. Would this be something that you would enjoy having on your iPhone? Even if it was a secondary option, doesn't necessarily have to be changed completely. Again, Apple could allow users to switch back and forth, just like on Apple Watch, from app list view and app grid view. So let me know what you think. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.